How you doing? Hello everybody. We've got a very special video today. We've been sponsored by Marvel Snap to promote their brand new PC client available right now. And in honor of that, we're going to be discussing 3 powerful decks to dominate your enemies in Marvel Snap. Let's begin. First off, let's start with Patriot Surfer. So this is a new hotness that's been included due to some buffs. Forge recently got buffed, so did Absorbing Man, and they work perfectly well in this deck. The main centerpiece is Brood. You're trying to abuse this card to crazy proportions. Forge gives +3 power. With Brood, you're summoning 5 power Broods. That's 15 power. Absorbing Man as well copies the Brood power, also summons 5 power Brood, so you can get consistently 15 power turns early on into the game, and you have a lot of synergy to supplement that. The Patriot works really well, the Surfer works really well, Ironlight has really good hits, Blue Marvel is a great synergy card, and you just have a lot of tech tools in between. So just a very powerful, very dominating deck right now that you would be remiss not to try out, not to play, not to see for yourself. Some of the key combos you want to be looking out for is the Patriot Surfer turn 6 play. So we have a lot of things we can do turn 6, but one of the more powerful ones is to play both of your end game scaling cards, Patriot and Silver Surfer. They both work together very, very well and can really give yourself that surprise boost of power that you need. And then the other key combo is just the Brood spamming. So Forge into Brood, you're summoning 5 power Broods. That's 15 power right there. And Absorbing Man will also summon 5 power Broods. That's 31 power. Buy those 3 cards by turn 4. Very oppressive in my opinion, and just a really, really strong combo that you want to be taking advantage of in the meta right now. Marvel Snap's also doing Twitch drops right now. If you watch for 2, 4, and 6 hours, you'll get new rewards. That includes credits, variants, and some titles. I do think these are pretty cool, really cool titles, really cool variants. Get your Twitch drops. Let's move on to the next deck. Next up, we have Daken Discard. So this one's pretty cool. You get to use the new Season Pass card, Daken, which doubles when it's Muramasa shard is destroyed. You have a lot of activators for it, with the Colin Wing and the Modok being your prime tools, but it's a really good take on the classic discard engine. Lots of pieces, there's consistency with the Chavez, and you have lots of big plays. Morbius can do a lot of work for you, Storms can do a lot of work for you, Dracula as well are lots of big powers. So this is a nice big stat heavy deck where you just have huge stats, and Daken fits in perfectly. Let's talk about some of the key combos we have here. We have Calling Wings to Swarm. Calling Wing is just a really nice activator for a lot of your discard pieces, and Swarm is a really, really premium target to hit here. You get 2 more Swarms, and you just let to combo it and combo with extra Modocs, and just have a huge large board in your final turn. And then another key combo is just the Morbius Daken Modok combo, as it just gives you tons of power on all of your cards. You can contest all the fields, and you just have synergy in your hand. The Wolverines can come out, the Swarms can come out. It's just a really nice piece to flood the board with power. If you haven't already, make sure to download Marvel Snap on Steam. Comes with this really cool Devil Dinosaur variant. Also comes with gold, credits, and tickets. Make sure to use that link in the description bar if you want. But let's get to the final deck. Finally, our last deck here, we have Shuri Kitty. So this is a really nice, complicated sometimes deck where you're just using the power of Angela Kitty to have really good early tempo. Forge can also do that with you. But the main tool is the Shuri Taskmaster synergy. So Shuri can double the stats of a big card. Usually you might even be targeting Kitty, probably depending on how the game goes, or Vision is your premium target. And then turn 6, you can go Taskmaster into a 1-drop, usually Kitty again. and just have that final end game. So this is a very nice, very consistent deck. You just have to make sure that your curve is doing well. If you don't have an early game, then maybe your late game isn't enough to save you. But generally, has a lot of power, has a lot of flexibility, pretty nice deck to play. When we talk about key combos, the main two I would say is the Angela Kitty Pryde synergy. So Angela gets 2 power every time you play a card there. Kitty Pryde can be replayed over and over and over again. So every time you're playing the Kitty Pryde is getting buffed itself, but Angela's also getting a buff. So you can really just stack this Angela and have huge stats on both of your cards if you're focusing on them. And then the Shuri engine is usually Shuri into Vision into Taskmaster. The Vision's nice because your opponent can't really fully expect where you're going to move the Vision, and then the Taskmaster can just copy that 16 power that you're putting somewhere and get it into another lane. So you get this nice large chunk of power in the final turns with the flexibility of Vision moving. Now, in some scenarios, you might also go Shuri into Kitty, and then Kitty is the one being copied with a Taskmaster. But that's not always going to be the case, and the much easier, much more reliable play is to go the Shuri into the Vision. So those are the 3 decks to use. I think they're all pretty strong, all pretty dominating. Make sure to check out Marvel Snap if you haven't. I do think it's a great game with lots of room to grow for the future, which is lovely to see. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much, Marvel Snap, for the sponsorship, and I'll see you in the next one. That's great. I like that. I like that a lot.